My name is Kendra Cotton, and I'm a foster parent recruiter trainer for Therapeutic Interventions. I'm very glad that you could join us today to find out a little bit more about what it is like to become a foster parent. I am joined today by Whitney Jackson, Frankie Rice, and Juanita Sanchez. Whitney is also a foster parent recruiter trainer with Therapeutic Interventions, and Frankie and Juanita are foster parents that work with us. So we are glad you're here to share your personal experiences. I know many of you may be feeling or maybe in different stages about becoming a foster parent. Some of you may have already decided that you guys are in and you're ready to go. Some may be still weighing the impact that becoming a foster parent might have on your family and your life. And some of you may be here just surprised, just got the idea and kind of doing some initial research. No matter what, we hope that you find this information informative, and we're always here to answer any more questions that you may have. So across the nation right now, child protection agencies are preparing for an influx of a need of foster parents. COVID has done many things to our communities, but one of the things it has is removed children at risk from the eyes of mandatory reporters. These would be teachers, these would be coaches, they would be sometimes nurses and doctors' offices. This could be daycare workers. Children are interacting less with adults in general, and so that means that less people are reporting suspected child abuse or neglect cases. So the most recent statistic I heard was that there was a decrease of 50% in calls to Child Protective Services over the last couple months. And since we're all hoping that the kids go back to school in the fall, we do expect that there to be an increase in those calls, and therefore there will be an increase of need for foster parents in our communities. So that's why we're looking to people like you who are currently considering becoming a foster parent, to give you more information, to let you know what the process is like, to hear firsthand from foster parents the great things about being parents, some of the more challenging things about being foster parents, and just really the benefits and how amazing it can be to be a foster parent. So we're going to start with you, Ms. Rice.
Okay.
Talk to us a little bit about how you and your husband decided to become foster parents, and what the process has been like, who have you fostered, just a little bit about your experience.
In 2003, I started my training, and then in 2004 was when I first got my first child to foster. But what got me involved with that was my cousin actually was fostering, and then she was explaining the ins and outs of foster care to me. And I had a small child that was sick, that was possibly terminal illness at the time, and I decided that I wanted to help another child, which my child got better, and I continued to foster at the time.
Great.
And I have been doing it ever since.
How many kids have you fostered, do you guess?
I think around 56
Oh
in that
gosh.
neighborhood. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Ms. Sanchez, why did you parent? What drew you to this, I guess, profession or vocation?
It starts being on my heart 10 years ago. Unexpectedly, I become a legal guardian of 2 kids. And that amazes me that I was given that opportunity to help 2 kids. I was done almost with my own. And so being able to help a mother and being able to help these 2 kids to raise them, it was like, it amazes me really. And in my heart started the idea of, I want to help more kids. I want to do it. And it took me a long time because I thought I was not prepared. It was always, I'm not able to do it. But once I received the phone call saying, do you want to do it? I'm like, I'm here. Use me. I start with the first two kids last in 2019 with two kids, and they stayed with me for 4 months, and they went back. We reunited them with the parents, and now I have two more, and they're almost a year with me.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
So that kind of leads us in to, you talking about reunification. In foster care, reunification is always our first goal with the kids that we serve, is to get them reunited back with a family member. Sometimes, that may not be their parents, but at least another relative of kin, someone that they're kind of familiar with. But we always want it to be their biological parents if at all possible. So with that reunification process, I'll start with you, Ms. Sanchez, if you don't care, since you kind of touched on it just a little bit. Whenever you did that reunification process, was that difficult for you? Was it hard to say goodbye to the children that you had become attached to that had been living in your home?
It's hard not to become attached to kids, especially when they need you. But since I started my training to be a foster parent, I had a clear on my heart, on my mind, that I was only doing this to help, not to keep families separated. I was going to help to keep them together. And I thought I was just, when I have kids, I always thinking I'm just kind of babysitting for their mom. And they're going to go back to their mom. And it was so happy to see those kids jumping and just being so excited to go back to their families. It's beautiful. Just see them going back to where they belong. I understand that I'm just helping mother and kid. That makes me so happy.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing that. Ms. Rice, you've had 56 kids in your home. That's a lot. How many of those would you say that you guys have been able to reunify with their biological families? Approximately.
The majority.
Majority.
I can't tell. Yeah, the majority of them has. We've had a few that has decided to be adopted and move in that direction, and then we've had a few that aged out. So for me, the process, I'm going to sound kind of, because in the beginning, when I started out, I was like, I only want the best for this kid, and circumstances was surrounding it, and I was thinking, are they going to come back to me eventually? Well, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, even after reunification, but that's always the goal. And it's always good to see the child go home and know that they're going to be happy in that environment. I feel like for myself, it's kind of like an airport. And this is going to sound kind of weird, but for me, they come in, they stay a while, they're safe, they're in a good environment, and then they learn some skills while they're with me, and then they go home and they share that with their family. So for me, they fly in and they fly out, but that's how it's set up really, because as a foster parent, unless you decide to adopt, that's your goal. You're just giving them a place to live, you're giving them skills to learn while they're here, and then they're going to take that hopefully and use it in their life and help them and benefit them and their families when they go home.
That's great. It is. So with that, you kind of talked about helping them learn skills and different things. Being a foster parent, I'm sure that you have had to have a lot of supports along the way. Whether that looks like family supports, friend support, even different community aspects. Can you talk a little bit about that and why that's so important and essential to be able to have outside supports to wrap around you as a foster parent?
Yes. Part of that is because I know that they're bigger on self-care now, but when you have the community to help you, such as your church, such as youth groups, such as things that get the child where that they can interact with other adults, because that's usually an issue too that surrounds the child. They don't really interact sometimes with grown-ups as a normal thing that they do every day. So when getting them out in the community and letting them help other people, and well, I like to teach empathy too, so I try to incorporate that into there. But part of that helps them, and it also helps your community, because then people are aware that there's children out there that do need to be in your care or needs to be in someone's care. On the other side of that, there's all kinds of things that you can do with them. Sorry, my video cut off. But
Okay.
let's see if you can see me now.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. But with that, and you need that support as far as your family goes, because all that interaction that you do, you need to know that there's other people that can help you and that can come in and take the kids maybe for the day, you know what I'm saying, or out, go swimming, you know, just things that gives you a break and also gives them a break, and they interact with other grown-ups, and in that sense, you kind of control that environment where they're at and who they're with. So you still know that they're surrounded by people that love them and care for them and that want to be around them. And I'm sorry, it's cut me off again.
It's okay.
Technology's not perfect.
But did I answer your question?
You did.
Or
You
is
did.
there something else?
No,
Okay.
no, you did perfect. Thank you. Ms. Sanchez, what about for you? You know, how has community and family supports been essential to you in the fostering process?
My family, my older kids, my relatives, they are very excited and happy about what I do. And they are always willing to help if I need. Sometimes, yes, they go with them for a few hours, or we go to a vacation together and they love it. My family are very, very supportive to what I do. They love the kids, but also, like she said, you know, the places that we have around to go, like swimming pool or parks, places that we can go together. Church, we go together. So, and they love it. So yes, everything and everyone around you is a great support to what you do. And I feel like I got that all around me.
Great, great. Thank you both so much for sharing just a little bit of insight, you know, on your fostering journey with us. And I just want to kind of close a little bit, just giving you a little bit of information about therapeutic interventions and, you know, some specifics, requirements to foster care, just some basic things that we get often as far as questions and stuff goes. At Therapeutic Interventions, we do embrace the diversity of human experience. We encourage members of diverse and unrepresented groups to apply to become part of our team because we do welcome all children and all families who are loving and caring. You do have to be age 25 or older to be able to foster therapeutic. And we accept single, married, domestic partners, couples living together. It doesn't matter. We also accept, you know, if you're a homeowner or a renter, you can be unemployed, employed, retired, disabled. Sometimes foster parents, you know, might be looking for a career change, and this could be that career change for you, that opportunity that you've kind of been waiting on to help make a difference in these children's lives every day. You also, you know, can have children, or you don't have to have children of your own. And one thing is, though, you must be able to pass a criminal background check. So that is one specific requirement that we require to be able to be a foster parent. So that's just a few things. I know that there's probably many, many more questions that you guys have. And Kendra and I both are more than happy, you know, to talk with you about the next steps in the fostering process. We hold a non-obligational informational meeting at least once a month. So if you are interested, you can definitely reach out and we will get some more information to you. But I think that that might be it for this. Do you guys have anything else to add? Nope.
I do, if it's okay.
Yeah.
It's really important that you do have those outside people that can help you, because say you work at a job and you work in a factory, you work wherever that you work, and you can't get off and something has happened at school and you need that child picked up, you're going to need some outside support if you can't leave at that moment. That's a really helpful thing to know, at least one person that can help you out to pick your child up possibly, or in case of an emergency, there is caseworkers, but you do need that outside support. As far as just one person can be your outside support, but that is very, very beneficial to have someone that can help you in a time of need, or whenever that you can't make it. So that is an important quality, that or a thing that you need to have, that it's going to be there, whether it's family, friend, someone in the community that can help you. That's really important, and it's beneficial both ways.
Yeah.
Thank you for adding that on. Supports is very, very essential to the foster care process. So, okay, well, if we don't have anything else, I guess we will say that's it. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.